What's good, people? Yeah, and I'm just gonna be doing some round discovery today. See what round I want to get to, how high I want to get to, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, but I kind of want to just keep going without an exfil, but fuck, these games can take forever. It can take like 1 hour just to get to round 35, 36. It's like I don't even want to play anymore. That's just how it goes with me, at least.
I told you to stop calling me. Enough talking.
We'll
Let's get
see.
to business.
We'll see how I feel. Those power kegs, man. Those power kegs are good. So bring some of that, yeah. I've never even tried out this one. What's this? Mr. Peeps unlocking 90s action heroes event. You need to wait, no way. You need to do a hero event to unlock it? That is stupid. What even is that? Unlocked a 90s action heroes event. What even is that? 90s actions hero event? Hold on, let me look something. Progression. Yeah, no, I got all that unlocked. Challenges. Huh. That's like kind of confusing. Oh, you can change the HUD. That's kind of cool. Hold on. Redacted. Oh, that just removes everything. Huh. Weird. I'm gonna go with Scout. Oh yeah, you can change the opacity. I unlocked a bunch of new loading screens, I think. Smith's house. Shit's weird. This game's weird. Alright. I don't know how I'm gonna play it now. I just added a bunch of stuff that I don't really use on the screen. Still got double XP on. That's nice. Highest round 36. Yeah, I gotta beat that. Maybe I'll do that this stream. Maybe.
I need to find the artifact. It's the only way to end this.
Gross.
You stop the ether reactors from boiling.
Gross. The HUD looks terrible.
us in our skins. Find my office.
Oh, that
We'll be in
that
contact.
HUD is
Go get it
horrendous.
done. Try
Oh,
to
well.
locate the artifact. Not sorry, not sorry.
I don't even remember what preset I had it to before either.
Nexus was absorbed by the Dark Ether long ago. Even the artifact cannot recover her. I'm sorry I lied, but I am all that is left of her. Help me, and at least a piece of her lives on.
You played us, Sam. I'd rather fix my worst mistake than go on making new ones.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. That's one of my favorite perks. One of them.
Ledger to all stations, look out for panels. He killed my team and won't think twice about fragging you.
I'll add it to our chore list, okay?
2 ways I can go. Either way I want to go. Double points. Deserving? I'll take it. Alright, I'll go this way. I'll go this way. There's 2 ways you can go. The box is random.
Fucking artifact halfway around the world for nothing.
Comrade.
Yeah, I went the wrong way.
Our only options are to restore the director's family or allow Sam to become human.
I'll go back down this way, open the other door too.
Nope, fuck that. I'll take an escalator.
So it should be over here.
Insta-kill.
There it is.
The fickle finger of fate.
Must be winged.
That's what I was looking for.
What's there to say, Sergei? I killed his wife and child. For years I've had to live with that. Now, maybe I don't. Bonus points.
I do.
If you were full of booze, you'd be more helpful.
That Blanchard person sounded like a decent fellow, you know, for a gun-toting meathead.
Probably not even getting anything good this match.
No offense.
Sucks.
On, take it, egghead. Tear them to pieces.
Oh,
Now there's literally nothing happening.
oh fuck! Snuck up behind me. That's what they do. I thought I heard him behind me, but you never know until you look.
You run into that Panos guy yet?
Because I read his thesis on bioweapons, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
I promise I'll get you his autograph before I put a bullet in his skull.
Say the map is useless, but it's kind of good for locating turrets.
Wherever I go, it's always ground zero.
Max armor.
Roll the dice, shot in the dark, more like a pain in the ass. Somewhere the gods of luck are laughing their ass off.
You seem a little less vengeful lately. Hell, I'm even starting to think you'll
I'm gonna have to restart this match.
I've taken too many lives, Mike. Shit, I let them define me. What happens today, the choices I make.
I don't want to.
Maybe I can redefine who I am. It's not supposed to taste like formaldehyde.
I just keep getting full powers.
There may be some collateral damage.
Full power.
Now that's fucking crowd control.
I don't know, maybe I should try to X-ray with the XP.
Max armor.
I'll go for the minigun. I have enough now. Should go to the exfil area. What's that? Oh, double points.
Double point.
Sentex thrown.
What the fuck? No ammo? Nah. Alright. I can exfil. Oh, I got no ammo though. That's. I guess I can buy somewhere.
Need a pickup, Raptor 1. What can I say? I miss you.
Round 11 exfil. Did one of those big guys come out? Or is there no big guy on round 11 exfil? Oh shit! I just got fucked up. I don't even think I got. I didn't even get Juggernog. I just realized that. It's really dumb of me. But if I die here, I fail this exfil. Lost myself for that. Oh, I just died. Motherfucker, I almost had it too. The round 11 exfil was harder than the round 36. So I didn't have Juggernog. Fuck, I gotta make my ground beef. I gotta make some spaghetti today. My ground beef is gonna expire. Shit is already looking kind of brown in my fridge there. It's not good. Stop eating all that. Ooh, I ate my fucking ground beef, man. Alright. Yeah, I barely got any XP. I failed that exfil. Let me update this too. Refill armor on use. Armor's twice as strong. That's actually kind of useful. I got 80 of them. Alright, I'll go with that. Actually, I want to replace the double points. I don't want to waste that on a single player match. Wait, when did I get this? When did I get this? Alright, I'm bringing that with. That'll make shit easier. Just one more. I guess free fire. Free fire is kind of useful. Let's go on. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, Aslan?
If you could stop the ether reactors from going critical, that would be lovely. I will find where that semi-conscious bucket of bolts is hiding the artifact.
Yeah, I get what's at stake.
I'm gonna use the
Gonna see
Wonder
this
Bar
through to the
for
end.
obviously. Not for Java Gun. Pretty much.
Looks like something you've scraped off a grill.
Yeah, I got 2 ways to go.
Nexus was absorbed
I usually
by
always
the
go
Dark
this way,
Eater
but it
long
fails
ago.
me.
Even the artifact cannot recover her. I'm sorry I lied, but I am all that is left of her. Help me, and at least a piece of her lives on.
Played us, Sam. I'd rather fix my worst mistake than go on making new ones.
Security Chief Blanchard to any surviving personnel. Consider Pericles Panos hostile if you encounter him.
I'll add it to our chore list, okay?
Insta-kill.
I love instant kill. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Hopefully it's the right way to go.
Bringing back Maxis is off the table.
The moment of
You
truth.
dragged that fucking artifact
Oh,
halfway
look,
around
it is
the
the right
world
way.
for nothing.
Comrade.
Usually it's not the right way,
Seems our only options are to restore
but it was the right way this time.
or allow Sam to become human.
Max armor.
It might shock you to know.
Hey, get out of there, Aslan. What are you doing? Get out of there!
With your petty bullshit.
Oh, fuck. I was supposed to use my Wonder Bar. Why didn't I use my Wonder Bar?
For years I've had to live with that. Now, maybe I don't. Mint and
I
is
used
that
it.
gray dirt?
See what I get? Probably a ray gun. Most likely option. Yeah.
Even Comrade Kalashnikov never dreamed of a gun like this.
Points.
Didn't even give me the Mark II. Give me the Mark I. Fuck, I gotta do laundry today too.
That Blanchard person sounded like a decent fellow.
I gotta
You
do
know,
some laundry
for a
today,
gun-toting
Aslan.
meathead. No, no offense.
None taken, egghead.
It's motherfucking laundry today, Aslan.
Tear them to pieces.
It overcharges for that fucking washing machine. Oh shit. Oh shit, man. Wait, how many? I gotta consume 2 more, eliminate 50 armor zombies.
Max
Okay. I can do all those. Get out of there, Aslan! Stop that!
Because I read his thesis.
Are you out of food? I just filled up your bowl yesterday. Holy shit, you went through all that food already? What the fuck, Aslan? What the fuck? You really like this food, eh? You really like this food, don't you? Meow.
You.
Hey, what's up, Dylan D. Los Santos.
On bioweapons, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
Is that actually your last name, or
Son gave
is
him his
that
autograph.
Los Santos
Before I
from
put a
GTA?
bullet in his skull.
Right, I'll buy a speed cola.
Possibly
Yay.
won't catch me with my pants down.
There's got a speed cola.
I can do this all day. I got plenty of corpses.
Go to the gobblegum machine too.
I watched the McQuadruple vid.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. That was pretty funny, hey? That was my first time ever
You
making
seem a
one.
little less
I'm probably gonna go get a McDouble
Hell,
in
I'm
like
even
an
starting
hour
to
or
think
two
you'll let
here.
me live when this is all over.
I've taken too many lives in my career. Shit, I let that define me. What happens today, the choices I make, maybe I can redefine.
I don't recommend eating McDoubles. They're very bad for you, but they're so delicious. And man, I quit smoking weed. I quit smoking cigarettes. I don't drink any alcohol anymore, really. Sometimes I'll drink a beer like once every couple of months, but yeah. The one thing I couldn't quit is the McDoubles. Like, I'm being serious about that. I'm not even joking. It sounds like a joke, but nah. I find it harder to quit McDonald's than cigarettes, weed, alcohol combined. It's not good. I don't know where the gobblegum machine is now, dude.
Hope I land in the right dimension.
I think it's right here, right? Yeah, there you go. Free fire. Doesn't work with wonder weapons though.
Walked right into it. Those idiots always do.
Bonus points.
So many more do I need? Consume 5 gobblegums. Eliminate 50 armor zombies. Alright. These are the 2 that I need.
Food power.
So, some of those.
Feels like a clear, hot, and danger close.
Not a the pack punch room.
Get ready for a shocking revelation, fuck faces.
Max armor.
Feels like an alien abduction.
Those guys
I
are always
know,
there. Eating.
not our genre.
Zombies eat other zombies?
I can see my house from here. Hey, why is my house there?
Oh, not a me. I want to go get a McDouble meal right now. YouTube recognizes this game as Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. I mean, it is Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, but it's not Black Ops 1, it's Black Ops 6. The YouTube auto recognition system for video games sucks. It's terrible. Oh shit.
Sorry, folks. Exit window is locked up tighter than Straps' grip on reality.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Cute button, asshole. Race said that splitting a herd is good for the planet. Can't argue with science.
Double points.
Almost got him now.
Well, this looks promising.
Welcome to sub-level 10. Reactor stability is hanging on by a thread. Get to work. Took you long enough.
I'm not a young man anymore. And neither are you.
I'm just happy this one wasn't a damn puzzle.
Perhaps reliance on a singular power source is at the heart of the problem.
Right. Why are you all incapable of doing anything without incident? Yes, that is having a positive effect.
Oh, what? I was shooting it. It's blew up. There we go.
I think the walking pus buckets
You
are
have
starting
managed
to
to
get the
avert
message.
full meltdown. For now.
Wow. It's gonna
Well
take
done.
forever. Is
One
that a
more thing
deer
to
head?
procure at the mutant research lab, and then you need to get to Tower 3. Sam has blocked it off.
There's always so
We
much
have
random
the
stuff in the
shaped
beam.
ace up our sleeve.
Put a deer head in there.
Carver owes me a beer when this is
Oh.
over.
Oh, oh no.
I'd pass on the open casket if I were you.
Double points.
You can't pick them up midair.
Full power.
Yeah, you can't pick them up midair.
Press the one. Stuck
Oh,
in your
perfect
elbow.
drop.
You're breaching my personal space.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yeah. It's that guy. I actually have an idea what I'm gonna do.
I fucking hate them.
First, I'm gonna pack punch this gun.
This is mutually
I
assured
got that pack
destruction.
punch. I'm gonna use
I'm
free
making
fire.
it extra mutual.
Probably had double tap too. That makes a lot better. This gun still kind of sucks, even with free fire.
Gravity conditions are being restored to usual levels.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But... let's do a little bit of damage. Ow. Oh, insta-kill. Oh no, I can't go up there right now.
Calling is why I wake up in the morning.
I feel like it doesn't even do that much more damage than my insta-kill. It should.
All stations prepare for reduced gravity conditions. Stow all tools and loose objects.
Hey, what's in here this ground focus left? Evac will have to wait.
The warranty just ran out.
Let's see. Okay, so...
I regret all I put you through. But now I can finally have a life. Do not try to take that from me.
Yes. Think of all you suffered to bring back Maxis, when she knew all along it was impossible. All I ask is that you unmurder my family.
Uh-oh. I hate these things. Their blast radius is so far.
Max ammo.
I got a magazine full of those.
Gravity conditions reverting to normal levels.
Subjects out.
personnel, brace positions.
Like my plasma death ball?
Max armor.
I broke a tooth on one of them. And then it grew right back. Line set. Hey! Over here, you dead fucks! Just got stomped, fucker.
Warning. Prepare for restoration of normal gravity levels.
Throwing Semtex.
Oh yeah, the next round.
Come again.
I can exfil. Or should be exfil the next round. You know what? I should have went around the other way. Over, I can just go down this way.
Been a long time since jump school. Still got it.
Just fucking realized that I didn't pack a punch this thing. Oh, I don't think I need to.
Weaver here. Let's book it before this place blows.
Gonna get risky. 35 zombies, that's all I gotta take out. It's not that bad. Just stay moving, just stay moving. Stay moving, they won't get me. Stay moving. Just gotta stay moving. I got most of them already. Good. Alright, pull it out. Try to get my distance here. Nice. Oh, I didn't even do my daily challenge. Fuck. I think I would have taken out like 50 armored zombies. I guess not. Damn. It's been a long time since I played Citadel. Guess I'll play Citadel.
Okay, idiots. Time to play Find the Geriatric Professor.
You shoot the bird and blood comes out, but it doesn't die. Yeah, I don't know if a bird, a crow, could survive a gunshot.
We know what we have to do. Find the German.
I don't know about that one.
Which is a game I'm really good at. All the magic in this joint can't fix that.
I am monitoring communications and will provide any help I can.
What the hell? Wrap it off! He's gonna spit out his drink whenever he hears Sam's voice. I think we figured out how to get him off the sauce.
Good luck processing that, Raptor. We're a few days ahead of you, and I still can't wrap my head around it. At least this box can't screw me over any worse than Bricktoffen. Well, look at that! Someone sand down your rough edges.
French syndicate trace their roots to this castle. Franco thinks himself the king of this place. Today, his reign ends.
You're gonna have to tell me how the fuck you ended up with these scumbags. Later. I don't trust you, Box. I haven't trusted anything since Requiem. Jackpot! Who fucking are? Given the state you found you in, I'm guessing the last 5 years haven't been all rainbows and hope for glory.
Oh, I got a ray gun.
I was hunted by Omega.
Yay.
The syndicate gave me a place to hide. Such that it is. good to see you, my friend.
Little Asland.
You remind me of the
I don't know where Aslan is, man.
Fresh starts are the order of the
You
day.
tell me.
First,
You're the one who owns Aslan, not me.
Toughen, and we're gonna teach him a thing or two about
I only rent Aslan. I only rent her. Rent a cat. Ah, shit.
You must breach those reinforced doors.
And all they gotta do
There we
is
go, we
stroll
got it.
up to it and ask politely. Didn't think so.
Fire the cannon!
Lol.
Sky's the limit, so you piss me off. Last thing we need around here is a fucking bug infestation.
That thing just went flying at vermin.
Sam, what's the deal with these incursions? I thought the Dark Ether was sealed away.
It was, but a dimension is not easily contained. Perhaps a Project Janus experiment failed, or something on the other side could have broken through. There is insufficient data at this time.
There is insufficient data at this time. Oh, is my Wi-Fi going? Hold on.
Max armor.
You believe that baloney about a mystical artifact that'll return Maxis from the Dark Ether?
Maxis has been there so long. I don't know what's possible. But if Richtofen wants it, I sure as shit don't want him to have it. You lost your head a long time ago. I just made it official. I have no idea how you won Maya's trust, but I wonder, will she get wise to your shit before you inevitably fuck her over?
And I wonder how long it'll take for you to stop being a piece of shit. I'm not holding my breath. You shouldn't either.
Franco's storeroom. An arsenal of Geneva Convention violations.
You heard the man. Loot this shit out of it.
A box of shit. Fun.
Thought I killed it.
Have fun playing darts in hell, asshole. chances just went from none to slim. That's progress.
Yeah, pretty cool camera.
Tear them to pieces. Max ammo.
Strong swords here. Your aerial chariot fleet.
We're ready for exfil. I mean, really, really ready.
Heard that. Get your butts to the exfil point. Clear the deck, Blaisy. Cannot send into Orion. Not enough spooky castle shit for one day? Success! Get us out of here, Raptor! Okay, you want to tell me how much you miss my pretty son?
I already am a zombie.
DOA was on top of the Bronx drill scene, but then they had one of the craziest downfalls of all time. Now they're dying, going broke, and getting decades in prison. And today, we're breaking the whole crazy story down. K-Flock was the face of DOA, had a chance to beat his case and walk free, but his ops and homies all flipped. Now, he's facing decades in prison. K-Flock killed an OY affiliate named Walker back in 2021. A lot of people thought he was cooked from the jump. K-Flock crashed out while he was wearing Montclair. A Mary, and unreleased Jordans, and the whole situation got caught on camera. At first, reports were going around that K-Flock walked into a barbershop and shot Walker to death. Then more details came out, and it turned out that Walker spotted K-Flock and went outside to press him. After the video came out that proved Walker was the one who sparked the situation, K-Flock's fans thought he might beat the murder charge. Flock had only been locked up for a few months at that point, and he could have come home and kept some momentum up in the rap game, but the cops weren't done yet. Right when it looked like Flock had a chance to escape on the murder charge, the feds hit him and his homies in DOA/Southside with a RICO. That's when everything went left. According to facts, K-Flock was calling the shots for Southside/DOA and had been tearing up the city for years. K-Flock already had charges on his record too. Back when he was 15, he caught a robbery charge. And in 2020, he got caught with a gun. The cops also booked him for another gun charge in November 2021, but the charges didn't stick. And a month later, he killed Walker. Walker murder is what made headlines. But the feds were trying to hit K-Flock with way more charges. They said he was sending out hits, sliding on the ops, tearing the streets up. And what really hurt K-Flock's case is when his homies and the ops flipped on him. People flip on their homies all the time. But what happened to K-Flock was crazy. Before K-Flock got locked up, a dude from his block named Vance Brockington got hit up by the ops. Vance Brockington was laid up in the hospital recovering. So K-Flock went sliding on the ops for the get back. Flock shot a dude in the face with Vance Brockington, but Vance still ended up flipping on him. After Vance healed up from the gunshot, he got back on the block and was selling crack. The NYPD was all over him though. And in July 2022, they set Vance Brockington up. He sold 60 grams of crack to an undercover cop. Vance pleaded guilty, was facing a 20-year sentence. So he flipped on K-Flock and tried to get some time taken off his own case. Vance told the court that after K-Flock shot the op in the face, he called Vance and said, "I got you, bro." But what's even crazier about the situation is that Vance's own sister testified and said he was capping about the situation. According to Vance Brockington's sister, Iguana, Vance was in the hospital with both hands bandaged up and tubes in his mouth after he got shot. Iguana said that Vance barely looked like he was alive, and there was no way he could have gotten a phone call from K-Flock. Vance also told the court that K-Flock is the one who sparked the beef with the OYs. Southside/DOA was cool with the OYs and OGs until a dude from the OYs named Eat Baby partied with some of K-Flock's ops from a set called RPT. But Vance Brockington said that K-Flock was the one who wanted all the smoke with the OYs. K-Flock was dissing the OYs and OGs on tracks like What Y'all Wanna Do, and he rapped, "Twin chops and we spinning through. Scream OYO what? Get boom. EBK, DOA, get it to 'em. Bitches, they ducking, they getting it too." Vance Brockington wasn't the only dude who flipped on K-Flock though, and the next witness was even more shocking. The prosecutors brought in a dude from the YGs named Blaisy to testify against K-Flock. Mention on your ops during trial is already crazy, but the wildest part of the story is that Blitz is the dude who killed K-Flock's homie, Nazi. Nazi was one of the biggest losses for Southside/DOA. He started picking up gun charges when he was 12 years old, and by the time he died, Nazi had been arrested 18 times. Nazi was putting a ton of pressure on the ops, he even cut someone up with a machete. In September 2021, Blitz and another shooter called a black hand left him dead in the street. K-Flock and Nazi were really tight, and the ops started dissing Nazi as soon as he got killed. Shy K and Eat Baby looked up for the track No Discussion, and Shy K raps, "I can't wait to run into K-Flock. Little Nazi got hit in his top. Set the trend how you every old shot, like you ain't get hit by a bus." Then Naz GPG dissed K-Flock, his other dead homie Jay Rip, and Nazi on the track Rippy Bop and rapped, "Spin through the Sev with the beam on his neck. Can't remember what was in my tech. When I'm smoking on Rippy, I'm high as a jet. See Jamira, I crash that bitch. He throw 5, I throw 10. See K-Flock, his body dropped. Out Nazi in the box. We top 5, can't be stopped." Blitz pleaded guilty to killing Nazi and got hit with 18 years. There's a chance he'll get some time knocked off his sentence if the prosecutor files a 5K1 motion. 5K1 motions are for when someone who's already serving time helps the prosecutors with another case, and that's probably what Blitz is trying to get when he ratted on K-Flock and took the stand. 7 other dudes from Southside and Thirdside got booked on the RICO case for K-Flock, and the feds said they were involved with at least 7 shootings in the Bronx, and that K-Flock was allegedly ordering dudes to spy with him on the ops. K-Flock and 2 of his homies allegedly shot an op in 2020. Then 1 month before K-Flock killed Walker, he slid on RPT with 2 other DOA affiliates, and one of them started shooting out of the sunroof of the whip. BZ BJ follows with K-Block on that crash shot, and he was facing federal attempted murder charges. Could have gone down for life. BJ Follow decided to plead guilty instead of taking him to trial, though, and in 2025, he got hit with a 13-year sentence. K-Block got booked on the original murder charge, scored a huge win, and hired a Jeffrey Lishman to defend him. Jeffrey Lishman is a famous lawyer who worked with El Chapo, so Fox fans thought it was huge when he took the case. After the feds hit K-Block with the Rico case, everything went left. K-Block decided to take it to trial. The feds posted a list of the evidence they were going to use against him. They had phone records where K-Block was committing wire fraud, receipts from an area where he bought the jeans he was wearing when he killed Walker, and way more. The feds also had video from K-Block, BJ Follow, and another DOA affiliate slid on RPT. They also used K-Block's lyrics against him. He shot him out in the face to get back the band's rocket tip. After Block shot a YG's member in the face, the feds said K-Block rapped about it on the track Who Really Buggin'. He said, "Hold on, money high, get to chasing. He tried to run. Matter of fact, get to blitzing. Look, bitch, I ball like a piston. 33 on me when I feel like I'm pissed. BG's, he can put in the coffin, hole in his face. That boy look like a dolphin. Spend the age, don't cause an extortion." One of the biggest things the feds wanted to prove was that K-Block was calling the shots from DOA's safe side, and that he was the reason they were going to war with the OIs. The feds were trying to prove that K-Block's beef with E-Dot Baby was sparked all of the violence. They wanted everyone to think that E-Dot Baby was calling the shots from the OIs. They used the video from E-Dot's track Ready for War, and shot it out his set and raps. 14 when it went up in that trap. 9 claps, and that nigga off the map. He got hit, and his body fell flat. Paramedics, they coming. Red flag. And I'm on some bullshit. Little dot in the cut, and she stuck in the whole ditch. Little nigga, you know this. Keep me a chop? No, I can't go, bitch. There's no proof that E-Dot Baby was actually running the OIs, though. He was popping off in the drill scene, but it doesn't look like he was calling the shots. There's a good chance that E-Dot Baby would have been involved with the K-Block trial too if he was still alive, but he tragically killed himself in 2022. And the prosecutors using Ready for War to prove they didn't really know what was going on, because when E-Dot dropped that track, he was still cool with K-Block, and nobody was dropping bodies yet. When K-Block went to trial, he was facing a mandatory life sentence, and he got convicted of murder for the Walker hit. The feds brought in a witness who said that K-Block was sliding in off territory looking for OIs on the day he killed Walker. Walker's brother Jarrell also testified, said that he was with Walker in the barbershop when K-Block walked by. According to Jarrell, Walker walked outside and asked K-Block who he was, but Walker never threatened him. After K-Block killed Walker, a ton of people were saying that K-Block was walking down the street with his sister and that he was protecting her, but the truth is way crazier. It turned out that K-Block was chilling with a female drill rapper named Shani Bonda. A lot of people were confused at first. They thought Shani Bonda repped the YG. In 2022, he dropped a freestyle that raps, "First off, I do not chill in the T. Who the fuck said I'm YG? Like, show me a pic of me throwing up G's. Speak correct if you speaking on me. I ain't ducking no action. You plead no I'll plead." Shani Bonnie testified during K-Block's trial, and she told the court that Walker said he was going to shoot them when he walked out of the barbershop. After K-Block shot Walker, the gun fell out of Walker's coat, but the prosecutor said that Shani Bonnie was lying on the stand. Now she's facing charges for making false statements and might be spending years in prison just because she was trying to help K-Block out. After Shani Bonnie got charged for lying on the stand, K-Block's defense asked the judge to give him an extra 90 days before sentencing him. Because he already got convicted before Shani Bonnie got exposed for lying. K-Block was facing life, and he got convicted of murder for killing Walker. But he scored a huge win, and the jury said he wasn't guilty. That meant the judge wouldn't have to give him a mandatory life sentence, but Block still got convicted on some heavy charges. K-Block was found guilty of racketeering, gun charges, and violent crimes. He beat the federal murder charge. After the news broke, Block's homies were showing love and celebrating him beating the murder case. But then K-Block pulled another crazy move. Right after the news broke that Block got convicted on everything except murder, he hopped on IG and said he made the judge cry. K-Block was talking, but he skated on the whole case. And at the end of the post, he said, "Kill all rats." Talking about killing rats before you even get sentenced is crazy. Even K-Block's own fans thought he was done for saying it. K-Block got snitched on by his homie and his eye, and the prosecutors could try to use that post to prove K-Block was threatening witnesses, get him locked up for way more time. Informers say K-Block's been crashing out in jail and might catch new charges for that too.
People in the whole building couldn't keep him. They couldn't keep him in the building. Moved to Jersey. He's fighting everybody. Yes.
People have been saying that K-Block even stabbed the dude while he was fighting the Rico case. None of that's been confirmed yet.
Just before rapper K-Block's trial, an inmate who has recently been freed under the YouTube name of Car Reality
has alleged that K-Flock almost killed an inmate in the prison after that inmate tried to stab him.
Stay tuned. Once the case starts, things are gonna get wild for sure. K-Flock will go away forever. K-Flock was the face of DOA in the drill scene, but he wasn't the only rapper in the crew who destroyed his own career. Dougie B was locked up. K-Flock started popping off in the rap game. When he came home, Dougie B hopped in the booth, blowing up from the jump. He was running up huge numbers every time he dropped. He even getting shot in the leg that he's going down. After K-Flock got booked on the murder case, Dougie B started falling off hard. Straight up disappeared from the drill scene for a while. Rumors say it was because he was addicted to drugs. Dougie's fans were also worried Dougie was gonna take himself out. Dougie posted a photo in his IG story. He was holding a bunch of pills. He wrote, "Love you so much." Dougie B had drug issues and depression for a long time. He even told the band he had been popping perks ever since his dad died.
These game, depression is really took the depression right now.
Yeah.
I go through depression all the time, bro. Man, that's why you see that when I be popping perks, shit, I don't do that shit to be funny and all that for the media. I do that shit because I really feel me. I lost my father. I've been popping perks ever since, and I haven't stopped.
So then something went down that brought Dougie B out of retirement and back into the spotlight. Around 2023, a group called the Sweepers came out and started dissing DOA. The track that put him on the map was called Southside K, where they threw shots like score bad, so they team with each other. Nazi, Rippy, Diddy, Buddha, K-Flock, nigga ran when he upped. Free all the guys that was bugging. Matt, KT, Gutter, trying to put himself under. And see how Rippy, Blay, Dougie B, how you say bro name? For G-Pop, I'll let it flame. ZOAK, I'ma spin through the ray like, since the niggas wanna play, words of bro, niggas clicked on K. The Sweepers were dissing DOA and their dead homies like crazy. So Dougie B clapped back on the track OA, and this is dead Sweepers affiliate named G-Pop. G-Pop got stabbed to death in front of a pizza shop. Dougie clowned him when he rapped. Like, where your bros at? Them niggas kids. Smoke G-Pop. Shit got a kid. Oh, they think they lit? They want to diss? Everything K. We don't do no clicks. Then, Dougie B fell off again. Started making headlines for all the wrong reasons. A fan took a photo with Dougie B and flashed some cash. And after they took the pic, Dougie B robbed the dude and took off with the money. Dougie B got clowned like crazy for robbing his own fans. What happened next is the reason that Dougie B is facing 25 years in prison. In 2024, news broke that the cops booked Dougie B for robbing a dude inside his crib. Dougie and his homies broke into the dude's apartment and held him at gunpoint. Then they took $2,500 from the dude's account, all while the victim's kid watched it go down. The cops didn't get Dougie immediately, though. And about a week later, robbed another dude in the same apartment building at night time. Dougie B probably won't do the full 25 years, but Nazi BK could end up with a life sentence if he doesn't beat his case. Nazi BK wasn't even affiliated with DOA at first. When he jumped off the porch, Nazi BK wasn't really gangbanging. He just sold weed. He was cool with a lot of dudes who repped the OGs. Some of his homies from the OGs set Nazi BK up and robbed him. So Nazi BK linked up with DOA and started repping them heavy on tracks like Big DOA. He rapped, "I'm rah rah bopping. These hoes pin dropping. Got lines, then they popped them. DOA, promoting violence. Fuck 12 and they sirens. Toting on that iron. Pull up on me and I'm firing." A lot of people thought Nazi BK was just a basketball player who sold some weed and started talking crazy in the booth. But then he shocked everyone when he got booked for catching the body in the middle of Times Square. Times Square might be the worst place in the world to crash out. That didn't stop Nazi BK from allegedly killing a dude on camera and getting booked on a murder charge. Nazi BK had a ton of momentum in the real wave and had some huge hits like the track OYK. He was also doing YouTube pranks and popping off on social media. But then he threw it all away and might never come home now. Blue was putting on for DOA in the drill scene too. And for a minute, it looked like he was going to be the second biggest rapper in the crew behind K-Flock. Back in 2021, Steve Blue and another DOA affiliate named Set the Trend popped off with the track No Ozone and ran up millions of views. Steve Blue also had a lot of buzz on his name after he allegedly shot a cop and beat the case. Skating on something like that is a crazy win. But Steve Blue still fumbled the bag and fell off hard. DOA was dealing with the police, all of their ops, and trying to keep it pushing in the rap game. But at the same time, they were having internal issues too. It all started with B Love and Set the Trend sparked some drama. B Love is actually from the OG's territory and doesn't rep DOA. He grew up around DOA's territory when he was a kid, and with K-Flock and a bunch of DOA members for years. It's not clear what sparked the issue with B Love and Set the Trend, but B Love dissed him on the track Hazard Lights and raps, "Steady a bitch, nigga I know. I won't diss on the dead, I got love for the rap. Niggas know it and I know. If it's just me and him, that boy won't see tomorrow. Talking pistols or holler. Blue got wrapped up in the situation. He kept rocking with Big Love after he did the trend. They started going back and forth on social media.
Oh, my dad's niggas light-skinned, bitch-made-ass niggas, nigga.
Then since the trend allegedly smashed up C Blue's whip. B Love, K-Flock, and Dougie B had a hit called Brother Love. Said the trend clapped back with a track called Brotherly Hate, dissed B Love and C Blue when he rapped. Don't ever try to disrespect me. On the media, look like we besties. Got some bread on no ozone. He was flexing, never gave me $1, but I never hated. I was outside robbing. And I know you really your thing. And you told me you don't even know the nigga you jacked. That shit a shame. Hold up, B Love. All that shit was food. You never picked up a deuce. When food. Nobody knew why such a trend was so mad at C Blue just because he was rocking with B Love. But then the situation took a crazy turn. In 2022, a DOA affiliate named C High Watts was shot and killed right after he started popping off in the drill scene. There were a lot of rumors about who pulled the trigger on him, but a couple of years later, cops booked an OG's affiliate named some people think B Love knew that C High Watts was gonna get killed. B Love is still with the OG. That's why such a trend was so pressed about the situation. Bodies were dropping on both sides. C Blue made a good move, hit Texas to get away from all the drama.
It was still basically empty. I don't really have that many things that I'm looking at the rest of the shit there.
Fans were happy to see him make it out like that. C Blue did his dad to work from home. In 2025, he allegedly got booked for crack. Then C Blue got found like crazy after he got exposed for being broke, not paying for features that he was supposed to. Not clear what's going on with C.
He just seemed like such a normal dude, and then I kept reading stories about how, like, when he would go to, like, red carpets and shit, be swarmed by fangirls. Robert said, like, how much he hates it. I can't remember the whole story now. Robert Pattinson had a crazy career glow up after Twilight. He knew that it wasn't anything special. I remember one interview, I actually watched it. I can't remember what talk show it was on. He's like, yeah, I play that character. And then the host was like, you also don't shower, do you? He's like, no, not really. He just seemed so likable as more than he didn't come across as like a douchebag. Which is such a hard thing to do.
I need to reclaim the Sentinel artifact. Stabilizing the ether reactors would be an ideal use of your time. Done. Stop set. We will handle the rest.
I got a magazine full of those.
They just seem like such a... And I kept reading stories about how, like,
Grigori, Nexus was absorbed by the Dark Ether long ago. Even the artifact cannot recover her. I'm sorry I lied, but I am all that is left of her. Help me, and at least a piece of her lives on.
You played us, Sam. I'd rather fix my worst mistake than go on making new ones.
This is John Blanchard. Is anyone near admin? I had to hole up here while I was looking for that maniac Panos.
I'll add it to our chore list, okay? Nope, fuck that. I'll take an escalator.
Bonus points.
Bringing back Maxis is off the table. drag that fucking artifact halfway around the world for nothing.
She seems our options are to restore the Director's family or allow Sam to become human.
Semtex out. About fucking time someone dealt with a wicked hand. What's there to say? I killed his wife and child. For years I've had to live with that. Now, maybe I don't. Jerks me around, you're going straight in the wood chipper.
That Blanchard.
None taken.
To pieces.
Got the hardware. God knows you got the truth. Sleep it off, dickbag.
Max ammo.
You run into that Panos guy yet? Because I read his thesis on bioweapons. That shit was fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to get you his autograph before I put a bullet in his skull. All aboard Weaver's Death Express.
Insta-kill.
Maxis used to say I have more lives than 9 cats. Me fucking yow, motherfucker.
I'm still gonna do it. I'm not. If I got enough time,
You seem a little less vengeful lately. Hell, I'm even starting to think you'll let me live when this is all over.
I've taken too many lives in my career. Shit, I let that define me. What happens today, the choices I make, maybe I can redefine who I am.
Insta-kill.
Nobody should be shocked that Kai ended up apologizing, but it wasn't something he over the social justice with accountability or survival. He was just spamming L's non-stop. His name was getting cooked across every platform, and the pressure finally forced him to say something. This wasn't remorse, it was PR. Pivoted up the way because the backlash never hit, let's be honest. That apology never would have happened. Now, moving on to the other controversy Kai's caught up in, and this one's got nothing to do with games or streaming. It's a
start with some tricky prompts to test out GPT-5. Now, as with all of the top AI models out there, GPT-5 excels across STEM subjects like coding, math, science, and research. So that's primarily what I'm going to show you in this video. Of course, you can also get it to do simple stuff like writing essays or replying to emails, but honestly, all the models out there can already do these tasks pretty well. Thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this video. For my first prompt, let's try this. Make a visual simulation of a beehive construction, showing hexagonal cells forming, worker bee paths, and honey storage. Include sliders for colony size and resource availability. Put everything in a standalone HTML file. And then over here, I'm also going to turn on the canvas so that we can preview the code in a side window. Let's click generate, and here is what we get. Indeed, we have a flowers, and then storing the honey back into the hive, and then also expanding the hive. Very nice. Now I can also increase the colony size, and this will disperse even more bees. I can also decrease resource availability so that basically there's less pollen, so the honey is supposed to fill up slower. And as you can see, the hive is indeed expanding. Let me see if the pause button works. Yes, it does. Let me see if reset works. And yes, it does. So there you go. In just one prompt, zero shot, it's able to construct this beehive simulator. Very impressive. Next, let's see how good it is at creating games. So for the prompt, I'm going to write make a 3D racing game through neon-lit cyberpunk tracks with speed boosts and collision physics. Put everything in a standalone HTML file. Let's click generate. Alright, so you can see here it thought for 16 seconds, and I really like its short and concise response. This is a no BS model similar to Grok 4. It doesn't go on and on explaining its answer. Anyways, let's start playing this. Alright, let's see what happens if I hit one of these yellow blocks. Alright, so it seems to slow me down if I hit one of these yellow blocks, and then if I hover over these pink blocks, then it seems to give me a speed boost. Very nice. Indeed, this is a 3D racing game along this neon-lit cyberpunk track, and it does include some collision physics, although ideally for these yellow blocks, I would like the car to just crash into it and stop.
I see you have arrived safely in West Virginia. Is your payload secure?
If you mean the so-called Sentinel artifact, yes. Frederick can be a miracle from remains to be seen.
Hurry! We have so much to do, and it is lonely down here.
Patience, Sam. The team is busy schmoozing with the locals.
Right in the brain case. Big gun, little gun, I'll squeeze maximum pain from whatever you get.
There is more work to do to empower the Sentinel artifact.
We came all this way. What's a few more hoops to jump through? Snap to it, Box. I'm not getting. Sam said there were unique elements that could only be harvested here. I'd appreciate a few more fucking details.
Same. I do not want to think she is keeping something from us.
Did it surprise you to know this is not what I fucking wanted? Oh yeah, jackpot. I'm gonna put this thing to work.
Max armor.
Richtofen built a high-tech fortress nearby. I don't know why he bothered with his old house.
That man never so much as took a shit without involving some secret plan. There's a reason this is ground zero for his latest cosmic fuck-up. They got it worse than we did. I guess he upped his game.
Tear them to pieces.
Skull versus Bolt. No contest.
Max ammo.
You're smack in the heart of the fringe science district. I'm guessing Richtofen lived there full time. Saved himself the commute.
Maybe, Peck. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's hiding. Either way, I'm finding out. Throwing Semtex.
Eat the kid.
Collaboration with other content creators such as Green, getting them to put their own items on the menu led to the brand's initial success. However, while it got off to a positive start, it wouldn't last. And these days, Beast Burger might be considered a bad reputation in the minds of the business crew, as the business the burger that was made by Ghost Kitchen
We've seen a lot of crazy shit. But what I still find hardest to believe is that you let me live.
For once, Peck, we're in agreement. Just don't go picking out friendship bracelets.
struggling because
Hey, shitbags! How does that light up your afterlife? Now we'll wait for the show to begin.
Not many people go to McDonald's because they think it's the best food they've ever eaten, but they know that every time they go there, it will be consistently decent. Because of this lack of consistency, sales then declined, and the internet eventually concluded that Beast Burger was having a downfall. And Mr. Beast, real name Jimmy Donaldson, fell quite hard dumb. 2 years on from the brand's launch, he would announce that he was moving away from Beast Burger, especially since by this point he had launched a chocolate brand with guaranteed quality control. In June 2003, he announced on Twitter that he was shifting the focus to his candy brand. And curiously, some of the tweets about Beast Burger's lack of quality were later deleted. Later, and the likeliest reason why was revealed, and that's because Jimmy Donaldson agreed to take the company behind Beast Burger, Virtual Dining Concepts, he claimed that he had been misled by the company, that he was trapped in a horrible deal with them, and that they had trademarked Mr. Beast without his knowledge. In turn, Virtual Dining Concepts clapped back and said that he had elevated greed over his word and the truth, and that he'll face consequences in court when Virtual Dining files its claims against him. So there is definitely some bad blood between these brands. As of August 2025, this lawsuit has not yet been heard in a court of law, and therefore the outcome is still up in the air. But if you want a more conclusive ending, the next lawsuit he was engaged in did have a verdict, and this lawsuit concerns his Feastables brand. When it comes to food-related lawsuits, Mr. Beast just can't catch a break. So let's dig into why this lawsuit happened. If you're a mega fan of Mr. Beast, you might know all of the Feastables flavors off by heart. We have milk chocolate, dark chocolate, almond chocolate, milk crunch, dark chocolate sea salt, and of course, D's Nuts, which was his peanut flavor. You might remember that D's Nuts is a reference to the viral Vine meme from back in 2015. D's Nuts? This meme went from a clip that everyone would quote because they thought it was funny, to a clip that everyone would quote because it was ironic, and now it's kind of in its post-irony days. And compared to most of the Vine memes from 2015, this one particularly has really stood the test of time. Even in 2025, people still recognize it as a soundbite, even people that weren't old enough to really know it back when it was on Vine. And so for Mr. Beast and Feastables, calling the nut-flavored chocolate D's Nuts just makes sense. It worked with his branding. However, this caused him to have to lawyer up, because someone out there decided that D's Nuts was too close in name to D's Nuts. As it turns out, there's a Florida nut company called D's Nuts, and they argued that the names were too similar. D's Nuts, who had the trademark since 2012, were also sold at Walmart. And so if you searched up D's Nuts on the Walmart websites, or to be honest, basically anywhere else on the internet, it would essentially be impossible to find because Mr. Beast product would show up instead. D's Nuts initially sent a cease and desist letter in February 2023. But after it was clear that Mr. Beast was not going to change the name, it was announced in September 2023 that a lawsuit was going to be filed. By December, it was revealed that Mr. Beast had actually lost the lawsuit. D's Nuts had come out on top, and Mr. Beast would be legally forced to change the name of his peanut chocolate bar, which is now changed to peanut butter. There weren't any monetary consequences. It's not like they had to pay any money to D's Nuts or anything, but it was still a big blow for the Mr. Beast brand. But of course, it wouldn't be the last, as 2024 was right around the corner, and with it came plenty more controversies and lawsuits for the Mr. Beast brand. And these lawsuits were much more serious than petty things like burgers and chocolate. But before we get into what 2024 has in store, I'd quickly like to ask that if you haven't already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If this video gets 4,000 likes, then I'll make another video on the lawsuits of YouTube. So if you like this kind of stuff, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. With that said, let's jump into 2024 to see what it has waiting for us. In case you're new to the channel, or you just didn't watch them, in the summer of 24, I made several videos on the Mr. Beast drama as it was unfolding. And in one of those videos, I mentioned what I'm going to discuss now, that being the legal drama that unfolded on the set of Mr. Beast's game show, Beast Games. There is so much I could say about the show, just like basically everything Mr. Beast does. On a human level, I'm very glad that it appears that everyone who entered the show at least walked away with something. Several of the contestants on the show walked away with life-changing amounts of money, so I have to give him props for that. From a TV perspective though, I think that a lot of the elements of it were quite half-baked, and there are plenty of improvements that I'd like to see in Season 2. And from a production standpoint, I am confident that Mr. Beast and Amazon will be making changes, because even before Season 1 dropped, it was reported on several major news outlets that there were some legal troubles behind the scenes. These problems ranged from absolute nothing burgers to seriously legitimate concerns. For example, misrepresentations about the amount of people competing. To be honest, fairly tame. Sexual harassment and lack of medical care though, that's obviously more problematic. Reading from a Variety article, a lawsuit against YouTube star Mr. Beast and Amazon has been filed on behalf of 5 unnamed contestants in the Beast Games reality competition show, alleging they were subjected to chronic mistreatment, sexual harassment, and more. The complaint was filed Monday, September 16th in Los Angeles Superior Court. The lawsuit alleges multiple causes of action related to the chronic mistreatment and neglect suffered by participants in Beast Games.
a reality competition ordered by Prime Video in which more than 1,000 participants compete for a single $5 million cash prize. According to the lawsuit, Amazon, Mr. Beast's MRB 2024 production company, and independent production firm One Up Space LLC, among other things, failed to pay minimum wages and overtime, failed to prevent sexual harassment, created conditions that subjected contestants to infliction of emotional distress, did not provide participants uninterrupted meal breaks or rest breaks, and exposed contestants to dangerous circumstances and conditions as a condition of their employment. The first round of the show, with more than 2,000, was shot July 18th to 22nd at Las Vegas Allegiant Stadium. The 1,000 participants who made it through the Las Vegas competition moved on to the next round, shot in Toronto in August. According to the lawsuit, Beast Games participants were deprived of medical care, food, sleep, and necessities of basic hygiene. Portions of the lawsuit are redacted, including some of the details involving sexual harassment allegations. All of the accusers, known as contestants 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as their names suggest, were contestants on the show. Mr. Beast denied the allegations wholly, and when asked about it on Twitter by a fan, he said that he had CCTV footage to back up his point, but that he couldn't release it because it would spoil the show. As of right now, the CCTV footage has still not been released. However, that could just be because of legal reasons. I think that it's fair to say that if there was any jiggery-pokery, if there was any plotting on the set, it would be very easy to find out, considering that they were mic'd up and there were cameras on them literally the entire time. But unfortunately, as of August 2025, there haven't been many updates as of late. There was what I assume to be a casting agency known as Mystic Art added to the lawsuit as the defendant, as well as an additional contestant known as Contestant 6, but Mystic Art was then dismissed from the suit as of May 2025. Since then, radio silence. With Season 2 of Beast Games now being filmed, there's still no end in sight to the lawsuit of Season 1. Just like with Beast Burger, we're going to have to wait to see what happens here, because as of right now, we just don't have the whole picture. But allegations of sexual misconduct naturally lead us on to the next lawsuit we have today, and it is perhaps the most well known. Of course, it's the lawsuit of Dogpack 404. I'm sure that most of you guys watching this video are already familiar with Dogpack, but just in case you're not, Mr. Beast and his sour relationship started in the summer of 2024. On the 24th of July, Dogpack released the now infamous I Worked for Mr. Beast, He's a Fraud, a 53-minute expose where he'd make several concerning allegations.
There are plenty of things I don't like. Traffic, bad drivers, green eggs and ham, and of course, Nintendo's business practices. That last one I've owned and groaned on for years, because I love their games, but the way the company is run is the most unfriendly corporation in the gaming space. I don't think they're the greediest, nor do I think they're like the most degenerate or anything. That still firmly belongs to Ubisoft. They wear that crown proudly. I don't know what happens over there at Ubisoft. I guess their workday consists of going in and pumping paint thinner and then eating glue. But it is crazy how out of touch that company is, and everything you could possibly do wrong as a business, they do with a smile on their face. Nintendo is nowhere near that level, but I think Nintendo is just so anti-consumer and very aggressive to the people that love their games. They make incredible games, but they make it abundantly clear, they really don't like you to enjoy their products in ways that they don't intend for it to be used. And they're not afraid to bring that fucking hammer down. They throw their meat on the table and say, suck or else. They have many times over the years shut down community events for a variety of reasons. And recently they put their papers on a speedrunning charity event called RTA, where they gave them a warning that unauthorized use of the Nintendo games would no longer be permissible by this event. They need Nintendo's permission for them. But they gave them that warning way too late, thus they couldn't get that permission in time. Now this is an event that's been run for almost a decade now without hiccups. They've run Nintendo games for all these years, and now all of a sudden, Nintendo puts up a big stink about it, saying, whoa, 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 scoundrels, you can't do that, you fucking hooligans, you need our permission for each game here. I guess they just had the itch, they were scratching at their neck looking for something else to shut down for people that love their games, so they went out of their way to target this charity event. And while they're not shutting it down per se, they did just put a big damper on it, event by forcing the event to have to omit Nintendo games because they didn't get enough time to get Nintendo's permission after receiving their notice. This event's been run for the past 9 years, and then suddenly this time around they received a warning from Nintendo about using games without permission. They do still have hopes that they'll be able to bring Nintendo titles back into this event in the future, but this came so suddenly, way too quickly, that there's no way they can get permission in time for it. Thus, they've had to pull the titles from this upcoming RTA, which starts today. RTA Japan made the announcement on their website explaining the absence of the titles. Apparently, Nintendo pointed out to the nonprofit on June 13th that organizations require prior permission to use Nintendo games, adding that RTA in Japan's previous use of Nintendo titles was unauthorized, as permission was not obtained in advance. Oh no! That's a big-time crime right there. Unauthorized playing of a Nintendo game. Oh boy. That's some big potatoes right there. But anyway, immediately upon receiving the notification, RTA Japan began negotiations in the hopes that they could use the titles again for future events, but as of right now, it hasn't really gone anywhere. It's been decided that RTA Japan will apply for permission on a per-event, per-game basis, basically having to ask Nintendo every single time one of their contestants wants to play through a game, even if it has been featured in previous RTA Japan events. In their announcement, RTA Japan revealed that they were unable to establish clear guidelines on this process in time for 2025, hence the permission. They also apologized to everyone who applied to speedrun Nintendo games for the event. This article then goes on to explain the reaction to this. So at first glance, it seems like overprotective Nintendo picking on a small charity event. However, the majority of Japanese-speaking users commenting on the matter took a balanced view of the situation. For even side of Nintendo, many saying they understood why Nintendo had taken this action. RTA Japan started off as a small volunteer-run effort. However, over the past few years, it has grown into a large public event with major sponsors, and the organizer is now registered as a general incorporation association with all the bureaucracy and responsibility that brings. The event's growing prominence is likely to make Nintendo sit up and take notice. Some commenters even said RTA Japan should have been more responsible and proactively taken measures to ensure that they had Nintendo's permission to avoid disruption to speedrun events. Oh god. I hate this corporate dick sucking. This should be a positive thing. That this small volunteer-run effort has grown into something that generates real, meaningful change and help to charitable organizations. This should be a celebration, not like a, well, you got too big, you should have known, you should have went and sucked on Nintendo's titties over there. You should have begged to be able to play those games there. You should have known. You're not allowed to just play games on the big screen to try and raise money for charity. That's illegal. And you know what? If Nintendo wants you to ask permission, fine. Why couldn't they have told you that months in advance so that way they can actually go through this process and have them present at the RTA in Japan as they have been for so many years previously? Clearly, June 13th wasn't enough time here. This is apparently a pretty long process. Why did they wait so long? Why not give them this notice at the start of the year or something? Why did they wait until there was no time left to possibly get the negotiations settled and get permission to have them played? Why did they wait so long? Why didn't they make that clear explicitly earlier? If this has become so big, and it is already so known that Nintendo games are integral and have been woven deeply into the event, why wouldn't that have been made more clear to the organizers way before it was like at the deadline? It doesn't make sense. It's just so unnecessary to begin with, by the way. I don't think there's any justification or excuse for it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. They are playing your games because they love them and they want to use them as a way of generating positive change in the world. I will never be able to wrap my noodle around the Nintendo perception of every player being an enemy. They treat everyone that touches their game as a threat to their company somehow. Unless you are playing the game privately in your own home at all times, you are viewed as like an actual adversary to them. If you play this game in like a public manner in any way, they will put you under the microscope. It doesn't make sense to me. This is a fucking charity event. Like, if Nintendo wants to ask permission, fine, but maybe just have that be more like a collaborative effort at that point. Like, hey, we'd really love if you ask us permissions, that way we can be like a big part of this. We love what you're doing with this charity speedrunning event. We love that you love our games. Let us be a part of it. Just talk to us first. As opposed to be like, you need our permission for each individual game, and if not, you cannot have us there. We will come after you. Like, that is such a different tone. If they want this to be more collaborative with permission, fine. But give them that warning sooner, and then also, maybe, like, for this one, they could have been like, hey, I know we didn't tell you this in time. You You can still play our games this time around. You'll get like our expedited permission for this, but just know for the following event next year, we would like to go through like a deeper negotiation and work more together in order to ensure everything is fully optimized. Like, you didn't need to come in here with the fucking sledgehammer. It's a charity event. It should be something to be celebrated. And overall, it's just so pathetic from Nintendo here. Again, it's your games, sure, you can legally do this, but why do you want to be the biggest douchebag on the planet? They're just a bully. They are now bullying a non-profit charity speedrunning event. Unauthorized use of their games. They're just playing. They are just playing your games while trying to raise money for a really good cause. What kind of company has an issue with that? They're not stepping on your toes or anything. They just love your games and want to play them, speedrun them, and raise money for a good cause. How does that not fit in line with the Nintendo MO of bringing positivity through this art? It's just crazy to me. And unsurprisingly, I've seen a lot of Nintendo's defending this, as there always will be. There are people that will fight tooth and nail for the honor of Nintendo as they continuously get spit upon by the company, but they love that spit in their mouth. They live for that shit. They do all their PR for free. So there are people saying that it's not that big of a deal. This is a legal thing, and they gotta ask permission if they want Nintendo games. They're not shutting them down. They're just saying you need our permission to play those games. And I know I'm about to repeat myself, but it is just a point that needs to be made strongly. There's no real way to wiggle out of this checkmate here. If it isn't that big of a deal of asking permission from Nintendo to play these games, why did they wait until there was no time left for RTA in Japan to get that permission? Why wouldn't they have given them this warning, this notice, much sooner, so that way they could go through this entire process, go through this whole song and dance that Nintendo requires them to do? It does seem like there's a lot of moving parts to it. Why wouldn't they tell them this and get this going many months ago? This event has become big enough that clearly Nintendo is aware. They could have easily reached out to them and let them know much earlier this year. So that way they would have had time and they would have gotten the permission to be here. Instead, they waited until there was absolutely no time on the clock. They couldn't get the buzzer beater negotiations over the finish line. Thus, they just had to remove the Nintendo games or else face potential punishment. I don't understand how anyone could look at this and think Nintendo's in the right here. If they want you to have to ask permission, fine. But make that clear way in advance so that way they can do that. I don't think there's a strong defense for it. Now, I've made it clear I have no plans of buying Nintendo property again until this company has a drastic overhaul. I know, what a brave hero, but I keep getting asked, what do I think of DK Bonanza and all that? I think the game looks great. I have no plans of getting it. I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2. I have no plans of buying a Nintendo Switch 2. Even though I'm the biggest FromSoft fanboy there is, I am so fucking deep in the hypnotism that I must consume all FromSoft. Their upcoming Switch 2 exclusive game, Dustbloods, still not going to be getting it if Nintendo as a company doesn't change, or at least show that they're willing to work more with the community and go in a better direction. It's shit like this is exactly why. I can't stand it. It's so incredibly unnecessary. It's a speedrunning charity event. I find it so weird how successful companies have been at brainwashing people to side with them always. It's become very common for people to side with a corporation over an individual. Now, granted, in this case, the speedrunning event, the charity event, is a company tool, but it is a non-profit organization that solely is doing this to generate money for a charitable good cause, using products that they own to make a positive impact. And somehow people are still going against them, blaming them, saying that they were in the wrong, just because Nintendo said so. Because Nintendo reached out at the last minute saying, no, you can't play our games because you didn't get our permission, you need to get our permission, let's start. When there was no time to start and finish that negotiation, thus they had to get rid of those games, which are a big part of the event, apparently.
I was listening to the Facebook whistleblower hearings with Senator Josh Hawley a few months back. One of the elements that stuck out to me was when they were talking about how if an underage girl has deleted a selfie, Meta keeps track of this because they know that this person likely has low self-esteem at that moment that they deleted a picture of themselves, which means that they may be more apt to purchase something from an advertiser of a cosmetic product. And I think about this within the context of what companies used to get in trouble for and what they do, or more importantly, don't get in trouble for today. I grew up in the 90s, a time when Microsoft had hell and fury fall down upon them because they bundled a web browser with their operating system. Whether you think this is a good idea or not, I personally think that a web browser being installed in every single person's computer that's standards non-compliant, that is so bad that you can literally get a virus from visiting a website, has its problems. But when you look at what it is that companies got in trouble for in the 90s, it just doesn't hit the same when you look at what companies get away with. I remember having a Dell Dimension 233 back in the day, and if you wanted to get the one that had slightly better graphics, they would give you a free installation of Microsoft Office. And with Microsoft Office back in the day, it came with Clippy. Whether or not you like Clippy, and whether or not you like Microsoft Office, or having an operating system that had the browser built into it that could easily get you a virus when you visited other websites that were trying to invade your privacy, the one thing that you could say, unlike Facebook, who is trying to profit off of young girls that feel suicidal, Clippy simply wanted to help. He might have been annoying, but he just wanted to help. There were no ulterior motives. If you told Clippy that you were having a bad day, he wasn't going to use that information to try and figure out which advertiser to sell you to, nor was he trying to steal your personal data or get you to purchase other Microsoft products. He had no ulterior motives. He was simply there to help. Unlike many modern pieces of software, like what you get from Adobe or Intuit, where you can't buy QuickBooks anymore, you can't buy a video editor anymore, you have to pay a subscription fee for it. If I were to boot up that computer that has not been used for 28 years, and I wanted to start up Microsoft Word, I could do so without connecting to the internet. And Clippy would still be there, happy and enthusiastic as ever, simply wanting to help. Adobe is another example of this. This is a company that tried to twist people's arms into having AI and machine learning stuff go through their personal data. Not public data, not the speeches that I give, not my website or my blog posts or my videos, but my private data, the stuff that I'm editing. And there were people that were not able to get into their account until they agreed to this new end-user license agreement. When they are looking for access to your data, they're doing so because they want to train an AI on how to do what you do without paying you, without your consent. Clippy simply wanted to help. When Clippy would ask you if you wanted help with writing your letter, Clippy wouldn't even read the contents of your letter. He just wanted to offer suggestions. Game of Thrones had, spoiler alert, there's this Sons of the Harpy in Season 5. They were these people that wore masks, and they pushed back against the new regime. And the purpose of the mask was to let the leaders know that when you see people with this mask, we are against you and your new regime, and we are going to push back against it as often as we can. And the worry
And welcome, folks, to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. That's right. How are all of you doing today? I think today's episode shall be an excellent one. That's right. Getting the day started. Try my best. I'm definitely behind schedule, but hell, when you don't have a boss, you make your own schedule. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a boss because I'm Batman. Right? I come from street corners and street blocks that most people never even walk down. Never even go to these places. That's where I come from. I don't have a boss. I'll never have a boss. You understand? Only person I'll let be a boss of me, sometimes, is my honey Christina. Because I like that. That's right. I love you, honey. But yeah, we're getting it started today. Like I said, what this idea, this concept, 100% I believe is divinely orchestrated, right? Folks don't even get what I've been going through, right? Since everything they did, what I went through. Like, man, I go through stuff every day y'all couldn't even imagine. Look at this. Don't play with my phone screen while I'm live. So it's going to go on and off conveniently, right? Because the truth is getting out. And you know that this corporate system is ran by who? Satan. So he's the one playing the phone games all the time. You notice all they do is electronic means. Those days are over. Game over. You can do what you can and that's it. You know what I mean? You ain't getting no more opportunities, man. That's a cop-out, bro. That's crazy, man. I mean, real talk, that's just sad. You know, people gotta resort to electronic means because they can't see me and could never fake me. Right? That's crazy, son.
That's crazy.
Just goes to show I was targeted by the government. That's exactly who moves like that and does cowardly stuff like that. The government. Your government. Just like y'all went and started all these conflicts out in these other countries, right? And then you create it all. Then you blame shift, right? And then we have to deal with them being upset because of what you did, right? My government doesn't.
Hey guys, pasta time. So I'm making some pasta. This is the pasta sauce I got today. Just boiling up the noodles. And yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Aslan.
Speak for me, I have nothing to do with this government here. Nothing. They don't make the rules. They're not even from here. I'm from here. We are from here. You understand? Straight up. All y'all can leave. All y'all. You understand? And quite frankly, you can say what you want, but I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think all y'all got to pack up and go. Because we've been waiting this entire time. We just waiting, man. That's all. We waiting for y'all to step up, right, and do something and make it real. You know what I mean? Like, Americans are ready, bro. Americans are waking up, homie. We ain't playing out here. This is our country. You want our land. You want our territory. I don't care who you is. You feel me? Y'all want to keep shaping things so people can't defend themselves. I got your whole game figured out. We ready, homie. Feel me? Look at this. There we go. 18-wheeler guy yelling out. Yeah.
That's lit.
See, I'm going to get the support of the public because what I'm doing is the right thing, and it's a good thing to do, right? I want to talk real quick. Let me get this rock out my shoe. This is what you go through. It's all right. It's okay to have it hard. We're letting folks lie to you and tell you they don't go through nothing. Oh, they got it easy. Well, if you got it easy, you ain't never going to be successful. If you ain't had to go through the hell I've had to go through, what's the point? Feel me? Hold on. I got another so-called, you know what, running their mouth on social media that I don't even know. Hold on. Let me check that real quick. On social media, right? I don't gotta explain to y'all. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm busy, man. I'm working all the time. You know what I mean? I was gonna take a break, but I was like, you know what? I'm feeling it, and let me go ahead and try to do what I can do today. Plus, I got to go over here anyway. See if I can get some stuff that I need. First of all, we need donations today, right? We moving with or without y'all. You know what I mean? It's Christina and I every day. And like I said, what I'm going to be kind of doing now is like preaching. Like nonstop. Preaching the word of God. Because there truly is evil in this world. And see, that right there, that was the devil's time. Okay? I'm telling you. All these so-called women are possessed by demons. Oh, they're all evil as hell. They're no good. That's why I'm so good. That's why I'm so happy that I found Christina, because she's totally amazing and very different. She acts like a human being with no wrong. I want to address Mr. Charles Walker. Yeah. I'm the gift that keeps on giving on board. I don't go with it. Look at what they did to me. I shouldn't even be here, brother. There's another home. But I'm not famous, right? Well, I'm pretty famous, brother. It looks like I'm succeeding in things myself, and you got
If you could stop the ether reactors from going critical, that would be lovely. I will find where that semi-conscious bucket of bolt is hiding the artifact.
We'll get it done. Try to locate the artifact. I got a magazine full of those.
Trapped in the sphere of Psychoth, Nexus had no chance. Mortally wounded, she yielded to the Dark Ether. Her spirit now only lives on in me.
Ignore that cheap knockoff of your fallen friend. my family takes priority now.
Eddie, you let her die inside that orb. You could have saved her.
And risk releasing the Forsaken. Maxis chose her fate. Mary and Samuel did not.
Max armor.
This is John Blanchard. Is anyone near admin? I had to hole up here while I was looking for that maniac Panos.
I'll add it to our chore list, okay? Semtex thrown. Bringing back Maxis is off the table. We dragged that fucking artifact halfway around the world for nothing.
Comrade. It seems our only options are to restore the director's family or allow Sam to become human. Richtofin's retaliation must be weighing upon you.
What's there to say, Sergei? I killed his wife and child. For years, I've had to live with that. Now, maybe I don't. Some of you maggot munchers aren't worth squeezing the trigger.
Eat the kid.
It's like a symphony of bodily harm.
Bonus points.
That Blanchard person sounded like a decent fellow, you know, for a gun-toting meathead. No, no offense.
None taken, egghead. If you threaten me with a good time, you damn well better deliver.
To pieces.
Who wants an omelet? I'm talking Las Vegas.
Yourself, I am God in the human form. You're gonna respect God and you're gonna respect me. Feel me? Yeah, you can't role reverse. Your nature is selfish, Charles. That's why you can't make anything of yourself. That's why you're how old? 50, 60, 70? Still living like that? Yeah. Daddy. Still doing nothing. You think we care? Why would I care about a couple of you know what? Why would I care? I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want, brother. I've been rich my whole life. You understand? Not because anything was handed to me, because I worked hard and I got rich. Just like I'm doing right in front of you. See, every minute that goes by, every second, I'm still getting paid. It ain't about this. I'm gonna make money no matter what. Well, I think these folks funny when they keep talking. What are you talking about? I'm a hustler. I'm gonna get it no matter what. Just like I told you. No matter what I gotta do, I'm gonna figure it out somehow. Like I always do. You know what I mean? Been doing this in front of you for over 2 decades. So what are you talking about? Like, that's my thing when folks start trying to pretend they don't know reality. Brother, I done shown up to every bout, right? I handled everything. I handled everyone. Straight up. I dealt with everything, dealt with everyone. I run the streets. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. There's too much that's gone on and too much I've done for people to sit there, and the ones who tried to create it all and are going to prison to sit there and try to hide and tell me, oh, these things haven't happened. Yes, they did. And you're very aware that they did. Y'all ran every single time, and you're going to keep running. So what do you mean? Right. It's a silly, petty game, man. Don't sit there hiding on a computer after you did all this and think something sweet and cute. Huh? I'm not playing about nothing. What's good? See, that's the thing. It's the audacity. It's the fact that they think pettiness means something that people care. Brother, people don't care what none of y'all do to say. Again, playing games on my phone. Again, people don't care what none of y'all do or say. You never have, never will. I don't care what people like that think. You have a poverty mindset, you're never going to succeed, you're never going to get anywhere. You're not me, you're not a part of what I'm doing, and it's that simple. You feel me? Like I said, you folks have already gotten the picture. Once I son someone and G-check and pull cards, that's it. I already won. You keep it shaking. You don't ever go online and start talking to me. That's a felony every time. I have it all documented. Guaranteed, I won. These folks, silly. So yeah, like I said, we don't have time for no distractions. Like I said, of course God's not going to let you in because you want to lie. You don't want to acknowledge other people's accomplishments. God blesses the pure in heart, okay? The pure in soul, the pure in spirit. Me. See, you keep acting, oh, they keep doing it. God blesses the pure in heart, the pure in soul, the pure in spirit. Nobody else. You keep acting like I'm doing, like I'm you. I'm doing everything right. That's why my formula works. That's why if I wanted, I could just chill. For a little bit. Now, if not completely. I'm pretty good, man. I'm getting things right, bro. I'm not the real Batman. but you see it all in front of your eyes. Oh, boy, you silly, man. We're going to have even better suits than this belt. God already told me I'm going to fly. Did y'all see that reading? I'm going to be flying with wings. I'm going to fly. He said, you will fly. He said, you're going to get your money. You're going to get your blessings. And you're going to fly. See, this is the thing, Charles. I don't want the money. I don't care about money. That's why God's given it to me. I care about money. I didn't. See, this is the thing. They want to front and pretend like, boy, man, I'm just telling you the truth, bro. Folks don't talk to me like this. Ever. They would never. You know what I mean? You hear me right in front of you. These are people, man. These are the people who never made it. They just always around. They never do anything. They just there. You know, those are the people on your block that they just looking the whole time. They super jealous. And they know they're not capable. You could never do what I do. That's all that matters. You can't tell me nothing. You're not going to talk weird or crazy to me at all. Like I said, everybody can come see me. I'm out here every day. What do you mean? I don't hide from nothing and no one. Feel me? Like I said, these folks is funny. How do you expect God to bless you? You understand? You know how hard it is just to do this walk? Just to do this every day? This is a prayer walk, Charles. This is a walk that's an act of you-know-what. This is a walk that, you know, like I said, this is a walk that defies all laws of physics, being a human being. It's superhuman. What you folks are going to learn, just like all these folks out here, is that we don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. Y'all have no identity. You don't exist. And it's just that simple, man. Batman rules the world, and we here, we gonna do this right in front of your face. Hey, all y'all are just the choir. Real talk, y'all are just the viewers. You're a fan. Be a fan. Charles, how do you expect to get blessed when, again, you were offered an opportunity, you came right on my show, and I have proof of you acting super fake. You don't want to see me win. You didn't want to see me make it. You've been jelly this entire time. Brother, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. I just always laughed because you funny. I didn't know that you were jealous until recently. So now I'm supposed to find out that you super jelly and let it go and not say something? Why? I was doing the right thing. I'm trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you get that jealousy, deal with that issue the right way. You feel me? Like, these folks is funny, bro. Like, what is he talking about? How you gonna get blessed, but you can't admit what another man accomplished? Answer that for me. How y'all gonna get blessed when God doesn't bless the wicked? I repeat, God does not bless the wicked. God, you bless the wicked? No. Hell no. Hell no. Them folks are jelly. Why would I bless them? Said what? God will talk right through me to y'all. Said what? They jelly as hell. God talking. God said, y'all need some peanut butter for all that jelly. Y'all got so much jelly going around to make 8 sandwiches, and I'll eat them. I'm eating that peanut butter and jelly. Boy, I love it. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Said what? See, money doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all in this world. Happiness matters. We're going to have fun every day. We're going to be happy. My whole deal is I already brought the aggressive gangster stance. That ain't going nowhere. But yeah, I'm a lord, right? An actual lord. I'm a reincarnated game master. I run the script, I run everything, and everybody knows that all these folks are scared of me. They're going to keep doing that. Like I said, I'm a reincarnated game master, bro. I'm a lord. Okay, everybody all knows that all these folks are scared of me. Everybody knows the cartel is scared of me and fears me. We all know what it is out here, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you're just talking. Talking doesn't equate to reality. So, like I said, when you speak, get your back straight, and we just got tired of reminding folks like you, because you keep repeating yourself. You okay? You alright? It's really concerning. That's all. Every day. And, you know, we don't have time to waste. I mean, that's not our concern. It's not my problem. You know, these folks is deluded. And notice how he ain't even got the heart or courage to get on camera with his fake wife, Shelly. You couldn't even get on camera, bro. I'm out here hard body as Batman. There ain't nothing fake about this. I don't play dress up, right? Come on, homie. You can't be serious, man. Hell, I ain't never played dress up. When Christina's with me, we might have some tea parties. I'll do stuff like that. You're sick. I'm messed up. We'll have some live shows with a little tea party set table with little dolls. I don't care. Real talk. I don't care. I'll do what I want. What's all this false judgment, projection stuff? Yeah, all y'all got some issues, not us. We're going to have fun and do whatever we want. These people want you to be afraid to do anything right because y'all afraid.
You run into that Thanos guy yet? Because I read his thesis on bioweapons, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
I promise I'll get you his autograph before I put a bullet in his skull. Setting shock charge. Wow. I felt like this when I earned my jump wings.
like I'm a team leader, like
Double points.
if I had it in my power, man, I just don't have money.
Here we go. You gonna give me a gun or a swift kick in the balls?
You seem a little less vengeful lately. Hell, I'm even starting to think you'll let me live when this is all over.
I've taken too many lives in my career. Shit, I let that define me. What happens today, the choices I make, maybe I can be fun.
Like you talk online. Like right now, you're going rugby, you want get actually everything you ain't gonna stop me from watching. That's another thing too. Oh man, I'll do something about that. So, like I said,
I don't even fucking know what good food tastes like anymore.
they do. They have to sell they want. You want what I got. We have online life situation. Well, like you old person, get up, right? Go get a job, and hustle. And then you'll have what I have, right? And if you're actually involved because you can never get it. You can never work. It would take you. That wouldn't take anyone. I mean, we're talking lightning. I mean, y'all could never catch up. That's how deep my hustle is. You're paying the bill. I mean, come on, brother. I don't say anything. But you out here begging jelly.
What the shit is going on?
And see, he's just like you. He got the same exact problem. He's just like you. And that's what he's run to. Folks like yourself. Hoping that you can survive.
Been a long time since jump school. Still got it.
Somehow they'll beg enough and they'll feel sorry for him and give him a loan. So at the end of the day,
Do your worst. I'm ranger trained to fire pretty much anything. I've gone from fuck this shit to cautiously optimistic.
I can care less. But at the end of the day,
It's not that I'm ungrateful.
it's
It's that I'm mad as hell.
a lot of power out here real quick.
Project Janus operator Josephine Scazzari reporting. It's only been 3 weeks since Sam joined our squad, and it's hard to believe we survived this long without her. On-site injury is down by 85%, and we haven't had a death in 17 days. The people who are lost to prevention are acting like they won the lottery. And I know I have right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of power.
See how an artificial intelligence is going to be able beyond science to
Respected,
predict the
respect
most
me.
efficient way to die.
Extremely well respected. Respecting my name, all you. And don't ever play like that again.
We were doing recon.
Good talk. Good talk.
Collecting samples.
We already know. You know what I mean?
Finished bagging up this
y'all wait.
weird fungus.
It just is what it is.
Bam! Hostile got the drop on us.
So like I said, at the end of the
The
day,
bastards attack Otto
how do you
first.
expect
Focus on. The goal
why
is
would God let
working out.
What?
Then,
Bonus points.
some into your skull. Either I chew on this or the maggot munchers chew on me. Word of warning, there may be some collateral damage.
Fire sale.
Mr. One, tuck in your elbows. We are breaching my personal space.
Last thing you need in combat is uncertainty. But here I am again. Looks like someone wants me to blow these stinking corpses back to hell. Just like treading in dog shit. If dog shit blew your legs off. Something tells me I should not reproduce after eating this. I could gift wrap this, but why bother? I fucking hate them.
Max armor.
I'm in no mood for your shit today, boss. Cough up the goods.
The compass, the food, gargling mercury. Exfil is on hold.
Any day now. Are we waiting for these rotting meat sacks to have a change of heart? At least in Spec Ops, I knew what weapons I'd deploy with. Well, look at that! Did someone sand down your rough edges? Well, fuck me. Looks like someone wants me to blow these stinking corpses back to hell. be like Aunt Polina's Matryoshka dolls and give me a bunch of smaller boxes. Jackpot! Who fucking are? I'm used to doing without. I'm Russian, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, jackpot. I'm gonna put this thing to work. Bye.
I'm already trying to study how to build my own Batman. I might just try to build it myself, like with like a build farm build, like use wood, start, build it. You gotta build the body of it. You have to buy it in. Start
Not sorry, not sorry.
Max ammo.
Getting this stuff built. That's what y'all forget. I mean, y'all think I'm playing. I'm gonna have a fleet of Batpods, Batmobiles. I want to design and build my own Batmobiles. Like real talk. I mean, we're gonna have the money. If I have to. We're gonna have the money. Like if I had to hire a team of employees just to get it done, I can do that too. I can hire a team. We're gonna be building businesses anyway. So I mean, y'all don't seem to get. I may build my own car company. A whole bunch of stuff that could happen. But I just want it personally for me, where if I need a basketball manufacturer, right? I mean, stuff on YouTube to build stuff like it, but they haven't done it right, and I need them to build an actual basketball that's functional. And no questions asked. I don't care if they're like, well, what are you going to use it for? No doubt I'm Batman. But, you know, if they're all up in my business, I'm just going to say, look, just build the thing. I'm going to pay you to build it. Just build it for me. Okay? Like, I want it to be something that's like off-road too. And I may try to see, I'm going to try to get it where it's something small enough. Like right over here, bro, you don't need a license for something that's built like that. If you build it right.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope your day is starting off just great. I hope your summer is going well here in Canada. Our summers are magnificent. I can tell from all of the pictures that you're sharing and the white chairs and the temperatures that many of you are enjoying our great outdoors. Remember, if you're going to spend time outside in the great white weather during the summer, don't forget to pack your bear spray. I want to share some very positive news with you today. The news that's making me more confident. I used to say that I was cautiously optimistic about Canada's future. Now I'm a little bit less myself, more than cautiously. I'm all about optimism.
Stops the ether reactors from going into meltdown. I need to convince Sam to relinquish the Sentinel artifact.
Sure, whatever. You two psychos enjoy your pissing contest.
Sleep it off, dickbag.
Grigori, Nexus was absorbed by the Dark Ether long ago. Even the artifact cannot recover her. I'm sorry I lied, but I am all that is left of her. Help me, that at least a piece of her lives on.
You played us, Sam. I'd rather fix my worst mistake than go on making new ones.
Security Chief Blanchard to all stations. I'm pinned down in admin. Listen to me. You must protect the director. Pericles Panos has gone rogue and may be hunting him.
Sure. Richtofen has not run off on his own. Yes. Rest assured he is in the vicinity.
So bringing back Maxis is off the table. We dragged that fucking artifact halfway around the world for nothing.
Comrade. It seems our only options are to restore the director's family or allow Sam to become human.
Double point.
Throwing Semtex! Nope, fuck that. I'll take an escalator.
Richtofen's revelation must be weighing upon you.
What's there to say, Mr. Lee? I killed his wife and child. For years, I've had to live with that. Now, maybe
Peace. Max ammo.
Don't tease me, Box. Just cough it up.
That Blanchard person sounded like a decent fellow, you know, for a gun-toting meathead. No offense.
None taken, egghead. About fucking time someone dealt me a winning hand. Easy when the target walks like that, ears.
Insta-kill.
Have you run into that Panos guy yet? Because I read his thesis on bioweapons, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
I promise I'll get you his autograph before I put a bullet in his skull.
only federal governments in Canadian history that didn't have first ministers' meetings or meetings with Indigenous people for years and years and years at a time. Now we've had a flurry of meetings, and it looks like they're all cooperating, rowing in the same direction. All the excites parties moving in the wrong direction, pledges to legalize pipelines, whatever. As if to say that pipelines are illegal. There's always some slogan or some misleading statement that just is designed to feed into that doom and gloom mentality that sometimes follows. Pipelines are not legal now, apparently, according to Pierre Poilievre, and his plan is to introduce a bill after he gets elected called the Canadian Sovereignty Act that would utilize pipelines. Not a single major pipeline or natural gas facility, a new one, has been identified for approval by the party government, and we're going in the exact wrong direction, Poilievre said in Calgary on Thursday. Now, I just told you how the premiers are working with industry leaders to identify these projects and see if they're viable and bring them forward and work with the federal government. They're all working as a team. Look how happy they are sitting there working together. Of course, it's Pierre Poilievre's decision to just say the federal government is doing everything wrong, and I'm just going to snap my fingers and make pipelines legal again. Now remember, he's campaigning for his life. Now he's running in a by-election in a riding near Red Deer, Alberta. So of course now Mr. Poilievre has decided that would be a good political strategy to talk about. He wants to introduce a new bill in the House of Commons called the Canadian Sovereignty Act. There's already been a bill introduced in the House of Commons, Bill C-5, introduced by Pierre Poilievre. The Conservative Party voted unanimously in support of that bill. Sans Pierre Poilievre, and now leaders from all stripes are working together to get projects going, according to the rules that bill sets out. And that bill is designed to fast-track these projects while maintaining the integrity and the rights of our First Nations. Now, you have to understand that although this guy wants you to believe that he can just snap his fingers and make magically pipelines legal again, what he's actually talking about is ignoring Indigenous people and just ramming them through without consulting with them.
So who is Donald Trump going to select as our next Fed chair, and what will this say about the economy? That's sort of today's video, and these are the headlines. Trump's team expands search for Fed chair, adding new names to the list. Before the two front runners were either Kevin Hassett or Scott Bessent. And if you remember who these guys are, Kevin Hassett is the liar who grins. Scott Bessent is the liar. Take your pick who your favorite liar is. And effectively, Trump says these things casting a TV show, right? Interesting ratings. Trump back his hair, a smile, and then he says to him, that's all clear. So that's Trump's criteria for such things. Also, he tends to pick people who are friends, family friends, what's interesting about this now, they're expanding the list of people could potentially be Fed chair, listing 10 names next, 4 for like 2 favorites, close friends down 10 list. And it makes me start to think, does anyone even want this job? Because if you think about it, why would anyone take a job when the economy is tanking? Trump is tanking it on purpose, it seems like. And Trump will most likely blame everything on you, because that sounds like a job that you want. So this is sort of why I think they're trying to expand the list, and maybe when people come into the job, they'll meet with Trump and say, hey, if I'm going to do it, this is what my plan is, and will you let me run? The problem is that Trump is a liar, and no matter what he promises that incoming Fed chair, Trump's going to back out on whatever promises he operates. And then you've got inflation, right? This is out of Barron's. Inflation is rising. Growth is slowing. Stocks are bubbling. What could go wrong? Just ask yourself, is this the environment that we want to go into, right? As an incoming Fed chair, you know that Trump's going to blame you no matter what you do, as Trump seemingly
national security experts. President Trump famously said that ending the Russia-Ukraine war was going to be one of his first priorities, and he said it was going to be relatively easy. It's proving not to be the case, Jim.
Ending war, what in my business they call war termination, is often difficult, absent a clear winner, right? If one side sort of crushes the other side, well, things become, can get solved pretty quickly. But we're in the middle of the muddle here. We're in the middle where, John, Ukraine can tell itself a story that if it just hangs on for another year, it can win the war, and Putin can tell himself another story that says, well, if I hang in there, Ukrainians will get sick of this and they'll give in. And under those circumstances, negotiating an end to the war is very difficult.
Well, I recall, thinking about the Blitzkrieg in London. The Nazis thought that if they just bombed London hard enough and threw enough V1s at that city, that the British would eventually give up, but it didn't work. They eventually, the British could only steel their resolve back in World War II, and this bloody assault on residential areas in Ukraine might be having the same effect for the Ukrainians.
Yeah, there's a long debate in security studies about strategic bombing. Can you just drop bombs from the air and impose your will? And actually, the historical record is not that great. And yes, Russia continues to pummel away at Ukraine, but it's killing 10 and 20, 30 people at a time in a country of millions. Now, Russia's the more powerful. Russia has a bigger economy and a bigger population, but it's running its economy into the ground. So on the one hand, you have Ukraine, which is, they're fighting in Ukraine. They're not fighting in Russia. They're fighting in Ukraine, and they're taking the brunt of this, right in the mouth. On the other hand, Russia is not sitting friendly. Its own economic ministers are saying in a year it's going to run out of money. And so both sides come into, well, it won't be two sides. Both sides are weakened and are feeling some pain, and that includes Putin. And the question is whether that's enough to get an agreement, because often, John, what is required is that when you're in this sort of long war, is the two sides come to a point of stalemate and exhaustion. I'm not sure we're at that point yet.
In the latest Fox News poll, Americans were asked about support for Ukraine. 38% said the U.S. should be doing more, according to our latest Fox News survey. Back in October of last year, it was at 23%. So it appears that American support to help Ukraine is actually on the run.
Yeah, I think so, and part of it is you see these stories coming out of prisoners being executed, war crimes. Putin's had a couple of opportunities to end the war, and he's decided to bulldoze on ahead. And so I think the American public tends to be sympathetic to a country that's invaded by a foreign power. And that's what we've got here. And as you pointed out with the children being abducted, all the rest of it is an ugly, ugly scene. And naturally, Americans are going to, they're not going to be sympathetic to Putin in this situation. But it won't be American public opinion that decides this war, unfortunately, John. It's going to be that mainly, Trump can have an impact here. But it's mainly going to be the two combatants, the ones that are fighting. Those are the parties that tend to settle these things one way or another. And so, unless you have Ukraine and Russia on the same page, on some sort of agreement, then it's going to be hard to make progress.
Americans might not be sympathetic to Putin, but they think that he has the upper hand in the negotiations. That also, according to our latest Fox News poll, 58% say he's got the upper hand. 35% say Trump has the upper hand. How do you see it, Jim?
Well, I think in the war itself, yes, Putin, or really we should say Russia in this case, has the upper hand. Why? Again, they're fighting on Ukraine. There's no fighting happening in Russia. It's the bigger country with the larger military. And so sort of these, and it has geographic advantages. It's right on the border there. Resupply is relatively easy. So in sort of the things you pay attention to in war fighting, they've got a lot of big advantages. But I think Trump walks into this, and he has some advantages too. As Ukraine grows weaker, as Putin grows weaker, Trump is not in that situation. And he has some ability to try to pressure the two. But again, at the end of the day, make them do something they don't want to do, something as critical and important as this.
Jim Walsh, always good to talk to you. Thank you.
Great to see you, Jim. Thanks.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee Messinetti on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe.
I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear that no financial advisor will tell you that is the truth. Every single phone throughout history has popped. Not some, but all. And the one we are in right now is arguably the largest one yet, meaning that when it finally pops, the fallout won't just be painful, it will be catastrophic. The headlines scream growth, tech stocks are booming, and everyone you know seems to be chasing the rally. If you dare to question what's really going on under the surface, you're dismissed as alarmist. But yes, over half of the S&P 500 companies have just reported profit margins. In fact, if you dig into the profit numbers and the accounting, the real picture becomes much clearer, and therefore we can see not only what's really going on today, but what we can expect coming next. So I want to start by looking together at the S&P 500 top 10 companies, and I'll explain why. But let's start here with the S&P 500 10 biggest companies pulling away from the pack. Doesn't sound too crazy, but it is interesting. Something strange happened about a year and a half ago. You know, top 10, the rest were moving kind of similarly, and then in 2024, all of a sudden we have this big divergence, right? The top 10 things up, everyone else just kind of remains flat as far as net income goes. Okay, that should make you pause right there, but what else is happening with this market? Well, corporate stocks pushed S&P 500 to a record 40%.
Listen, the ether reactors need to be stabilized before they kill us all. Get to my office. Restart whatever systems you can find on the way.
We'll get it done. Try to locate the artifact. Sleep it off, dickbag.
Sergei, you deserve to know. Nexus was obliterated in the Dark Ether. There was never any chance of saving her.
She was a warrior, a soldier. She understood the risks. You are not her.
But I feel what she felt. She treasured you, and so do I.
Perhaps streak of humanity does indeed hurt.
Kaboom!
Blanchard to all stations. Look out for panels. He killed my team and won't think twice about fragging you.
Project Janice. You don't have to be a psycho to work.
Today, the last time we saw this same concentration, the closest time would have been 1929, 1928, aka the Great Depression. That's the last time we saw as much market concentration as what we're seeing today. This is massive. This isn't any just small thing, normal thing that we're seeing. This is a bubble that has grown so big.
Here, but it helps.
Double points.
Bringing back Maxis was off the table. We dragged that fucking artifact halfway around the world for nothing.
Comrade. It seems our only options are to restore the director's family or allow Sam to become human.
for you. I am a patient man.
What's there to say, Mr. I killed his wife and child. For years, I've had to live with that. Now, maybe I don't. That Blanchard person sounded like a decent fellow, you know, for a gun-toting meathead. No offense.
None taken, egghead.
Tear them to pieces.
Somebody tell Carver I just won our headshot contest.
Max ammo.
You run into that Panos guy yet? Because I read his thesis on bioweapons, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
I promise I'll get you his autograph before I put a bullet in his skull.
Hope I land in the right dimension.
Bonus points.
You
If
seem
you
a
kick
little
me in the
less
balls right now,
vengeful.
I wouldn't even feel it.
Hell, I'm even starting to think you'll let me live when this is all over.
I've taken too many lives in my career. Shit, I let that define me. What happens today, the choices I make, maybe I can redefine who I am. Way to bury the lead.
We might be seeing
How do
the
we
bubbles
drive this
of
thing?
all bubbles here. With the
This is my particle accelerator lab. It needs to be reactivated. Carefully.
Yes, the Great Depression.
Well done. On to the next repair. Careful. This is right about when they like to fuck up.
I'm just happy this one wasn't a damn puzzle.
That is the antithesis.
Batman. Don't
I'll look good reaction.
What have you done? The deterioration is accelerating. Yes, that is having a positive effect. We have stabilization. Reactors are responding positively. So far, you're exceeding my expectations. I hope you're done wreaking havoc on my accelerator, as we now have a new problem. Sam has blocked access to Tower 3. I'll try to get you in, but there's something in the mutant research lab I need.
Seen that coming, you ugly fuck. Get ready for a shocking revelation, you fuckfaces!
Insta-kill. Double points.
I regret all I put you through. But now I can finally have a life. Do not try to take that from me.
Yes, think of all you suffered to bring back Maxis, when she knew all along it was impossible. All I ask is that you unmurder my family.
Warning. Prepare for restoration of normal gravity levels.
Sorry, no group discount.
Max armor.
I don't think Strauss ever figured out how this machine works.
Oh, there's no kids here. Right, Illuminati Freemasons constantly focus on that. I'm here to protect the youth. That's what this is about. It's not just the youth. I protect adults, I protect everything. It's about protecting us. All of our people. You know what I mean? But especially the youth. Especially the kids. Because the kids, you know what I mean? Like, they're the thankful. You know what I mean? And they deserve to be happy and good. And not have to go.
Be advised, local gravity levels are falling.
Huh. I guess those guys on the moon weren't faking that walk.
Evac ready and ready. You're welcome.
I am very sensitive. What's this skull? I'm sure as shit doing my part.
Tear them to pieces.
Nope. Fuck that. I'll take an escalator.
Your evac cannot be completed as dialed. We apologize for its inconvenience. Goodbye.
Learn the hard way to not overstay my welcome. Send exfil now.
After that, get out to the side, girl. We're expecting company. Nope. I ain't touching down until you break yourselves off the party. Woohoo! We have arrived! Marvelous! Why, I hate to say it to you. Would you look at that? We live to tell the tale.
I've never done any playing. What do you mean? We've been defeating you in the street. We've been defeating you in the hell, prison. We've been defeating you everywhere. Tell me what you want to take it down. I got a mighty list of any crimes and felonies doing those companies when they work with corrupted money. I'm not one. Good. Want to bet? Sure about that, Hoss? Yeah, it ain't so cute now, is it? Right? Yeah, that's what they do. They want to play with someone's bedroom, and then they want to play victim. Ain't no way to play victim. What's up? Huh? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Because you know who runs this country. I got all these folks hiding behind cameras. That's what they do. They hide behind cameras every day. You understand? I'm a true revolutionary. They're saying it. The real thing. These people are just talking. You understand? The power of God is something else. The power of the Holy Spirit is something else. You understand? Yeah. It ain't even about just what I need. It's about the fact we on my land, dude. We'll do what you're told. I'm a cowboy. My ancestors created Texas. Oh, and that's the other thing, too. I'm going to try to push 100% for Texas to secede from this union. Yep. I want to secede. I want away from y'all. This is not the United States. We've never been united ever. That's why these folks sit here driving around, ain't even from here. They got their little smirk, but don't even understand what's going on. Come on, son. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. It is what it is. Yeah, you corporate establishments, just like cartel, right? Just like all of them. Right. Yeah, there you go. Drive your company truck. You're real tough, boss. Yeah, y'all real tough. Y'all real tough. Driving corporate trucks, working for corporations that do child trafficking. I ain't never seen so many cowards in my life. Say what? But this is what they do. They want to act like, oh yeah, he's just talking. He's just ranting. Yeah, you can't dismiss reality. You know what I mean? And I'll address whoever, like I said, direct. All you got to do is jump out the box and let me know. All you got to do is holler. Whoever, whenever, whatever. Open 24/7, like a 7-Eleven. The other corrupt companies that you can't fix. Do y'all have any companies that succeed? Corporate America is such a joke. Real talk. Here I am succeeding. I still make you Masons pay me. I eat off of making the Masons pay me. How is this not like Rango? I'm a cowboy. I make y'all pay me. I get my money. I take what I want. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm a gangster. You ain't talking crazy to me because you can't. You got to make sense within this reality. See? Yeah, actually, it has to make sense. Yeah, y'all lost. Who's upset every day? Who's mad every day? Huh? And who's happy? I'm happy, bro. I love my life. I love who I am. These folks start talking and then act like all reality changed. Brother, all you did was talk. Give yourself too much credit, man. Like, I don't need to be a part of that. If you're not going to speak to me, what's the point? You understand? Like I said, I just think it's funny. All folks is funny. Try to downplay, try to minimize. All of them, look at them driving in these buckets on payments. What a joke. We talk about you every day like this, right in front of you. What do you mean? This is a platform with rules. That's the only reason you don't hear it. What are you talking about? Anything I got to say, I'll say to any of y'all. What are you talking about? Yeah, corporate America is a joke. All y'all who support this, you're showing you're weak. That's it. That's all you're showing. Stand up to the system, people. Stand up to the system. It is 100% completely plausible and possible now. What are you talking about? What are you waiting for? Stop giving your money to these companies. Y'all is slow. It don't take that long to figure it out, huh? It ain't that difficult. It really ain't. It's all spelled out right in front of you. They don't want to help us. They don't want to see you win. Oh my goodness, bro. When I heard my own homeboy talking about when I first met him, that's all he said. Hold up. Great. Talking about, yeah, everybody's getting a little chunk of money off Tesla, off of these companies. No, they're not. There you go, lying. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nobody made money off Tesla, Duke. They made money off Tesla while all y'all poor. Why is everybody miserable? You have literally the Satanists doing what they want in front of you. Nobody stands up and does anything about it. What? We need people to stand up, rise up. Stand up for these people. You know what I mean? Real talk. Tell them they can't do business here. This is our country. Real talk. No. Outcast. Tired of hearing it. You know, weak people. They all like 3 feet tall. They frail as hell. Yeah, look at them. Yeah, drive your bucket. Drive your bucket and keep being a wage slave. Can you imagine thinking that life should be actual wage slave? Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, I'm alive. I'm free. This is my land. I'm an American. That's why I make money doing videos. Says what? Oh, there's a glimmer of hope. There's always hope. Humble, funny. Never seen none nothing.
You made it here, and you are alive. Splendid. Soon, you shall be able to bring back Agent Maxis.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. We talked about this week about how Tim Houston, Premier of Nova Scotia, had instituted essentially climate lockdowns. This was the next phase. People said after the pandemic that, hey, wait and watch and see. You're going to see climate lockdowns hit in the future. Tim Houston coming out this week saying, look, it's dry in Nova Scotia. It's not the climate that causes fires to break out anymore, even though we've been saying that for years and making you pay carbon taxes and yada, yada, yada. Well, it's actually people, so we're going to shut things down. People aren't going to be able to go hiking. They can't go fishing. They can only go on campgrounds authorized by the government. Doesn't all this sound familiar? Now, if you joined me on live stream last night, great. If you haven't, shame on you. You should have been there. Join us live Friday nights for Friday Night Fringe. I want to highlight this video that we showed during our memes section about
the bans that are going on in Nova Scotia. We showed a funny video that Jeremy McKenzie from Diagolon made. We showed this one as well. Jeff Evely follows the channel. I've reached out, haven't heard back, but Jeff posted a funny video showing the hypocrisy. Now, if you were around during the pandemic, and often I would have said, it's weird that we were allowed to go to places like Walmart, Costco, be elbow to elbow with people, but you couldn't go to a movie theater and sit in a theater where they absolutely could have spread people around. You weren't allowed to go to restaurants where it was very easy to separate people 6 feet apart. You had to show proof of your jabs in order to do that eventually. Well, what's funny now is we showed the hypocrisy that's going on in Nova Scotia and used Jeff's video as an example of just how ridiculous this was.
Always nice to feel welcome, even if it's welcome to hell. Back to the sticks for you.
The director retrofitted this mansion to house what you might call my hardware.
I very much wish to examine your mainframe, Sam. That sounded less cynical than intended.
Max armor.
Funny video, really funny take on it. Well, the humor stopped there.
Some final preparations remain to activate the Sentinel artifact. Only then can we bring back Nexus from the Nazis.
More objectives? I see mission creep is alive and well.
Reached out and said, start a GoFundMe for a lawyer. Said, let's get a GoFundMe to get this paid. Don't give the government
I bet you get off on this, you sadistic wooden prick.
We may have to cut in from time to time, but let's take a look at what exactly happened to Jeff, so we have full context. Again, it's roughly 6 minutes long, but I believe we actually see him receiving his ticket in this video.
Hey everybody, Jeff Evely here, out in Nova Scotia on Mountain Road in Coxteath. And as you can see behind me, this is the woods. But over here, this is not the woods. This is the Department of Natural Resources, where the conservation officers work, who issue $25,000 fines for going in the woods.
There you go. With that, I'm Jack Evely. I called earlier. Yeah, Evely. That's what you said earlier. Yep. About the woods ban. Yep. And I understand that you guys issued $25,000 fines right now. Anybody goes in. We're going to go in the woods over here. I don't want to make any trouble for you guys. Okay. They took this before. The last time they did it, they said I didn't have standing because I wasn't fine, so there was going to be no money involved. So I want to challenge this order of force for you guys to get the fine. So I'm not trying to make trouble for you guys. Okay. I just want a piece of Tim Houston. And I want to be as accommodating and nice as I can be. So, okay. Yep, I understand.
So Jeff intentionally, now to make an example, went into the woods following his video. If you've missed that in the audio for some reason, he's intentionally going in to get the ticket just to show the stupidity of what is going on. Now keep in mind, he showed you what was outside. He doesn't go in very far. and he still ends up with the tickets. Let's continue.
Well, they're very nearby. Instead of crossing the road, I've just go back here just for safety purposes. Like that, just so you want to follow me out there. And yeah, it would be good to do a witness. And if it's okay with you, I would like to record a video. If you don't want to be on camera, keep you off it. But I think that it's in the interest of justice to provide a fulsome record for the court because of the precedent nature of this case. I can keep you off camera, I can name on it, all that stuff. Whatever works for you, but yep, we'll move forward, so we might as well have a fulsome record. Yes. Sure, you want to show me where the woods is? Back here? Or across wherever you want. I understand. He just ordered it. He said he's going to double my fine. I'm going to defy that order. So whatever happens, absolutely here. Yeah. Nothing personal. Okay? Okay.
So, one more time, this is the DNR office on Mountain Road in Coxneath, Nova Scotia, and this is not the woods. Back here, this is the woods. So, I have a couple of conservation officers with me right now who are not on camera, but have advised me that if I go into the woods, if I defy their orders to go into the woods, then I will be fined, and they also said that they would double my fine to $50,000. So I'm going to walk down here and go into these woods.
Wow, Sam said there were unique elements that can only be harvested here. I'd appreciate a few more fucking details.
Same. I do not want to think she is keeping something from us.
Big gun, little gun, I'll squeeze maximum pain from whatever you give me.
Still, why he bothered with his old house?
That man never so much as took a shit without involving some secret plan. There's a reason this is ground zero for his latest cosmic fuck-up.
Tear them to pieces.
Richtofen's employees really should have asked what happened to his previous organization.
Hell, they got it worse than we did. So I guess he's upped his game. Oh, good! Going batshit in prison didn't affect my aim.
Insta-kill.
You're smack in the heart of the fringe science district. I'm guessing Richtofen lived there full time. Saved himself the commute.
Maybe, Peck. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's hiding. Either way, I'm finding out. Gumballs, sodas. How long before it's cigarettes?
Fire sale.
Jerk me around, you're going straight in the wood chipper. Goddamn box must be working for Richtofen. Got the hardware. God knows I've got the training.
We've seen a lot of crazy shit, but what I still find hardest to believe is that you let me live.
For once, Peck, we're in agreement. Just don't go picking out friendship bracelets. Is this useful? Or just another piece of worthless crap?
I would like to help pick things up, but I am manually disabled.
Now we wait for the show to begin.
Kaboom!
You're getting close. I can smell it. Not literally, of course.
I'm pretty sure we can all guess what happened to the last maintenance guy. And clear the doors! Stick his slimy ass down! I'm gonna smell like blood for days!
Full power. Max armor.
I spell fun. D-I-P.
Ah, there you are. It's so nice to meet you face to face, Kate.
Tear them to pieces.
Looks as crazy as I feel. This should work.
That's similar to her. Oh, now, we're in.
Are you finished demolishing that beautiful old home?
Max ammo.
right into it. Those idiots always do.
Ooh, zip into my den.
Bonus points.
Shock charge deployed.
Exfil is delayed. I will conduct a sighting system inspection.
Double points.
Try and undead yourself from that, you shitfucker.
Just what is it in evidence to Nikolay reader? What's that? Oh yes, well done. Extra credit for you.
Harvard owes me a beer with a silver.
Fire sale.
I don't trust you, Box. I don't trust anything since Requiem. I've gone from fuck this shit to cautiously optimistic. Look at that! Did someone sand down your rough edges?
But let's just say that kind of makes sense. STEM is getting smaller right now. They overhired dramatically. Interest rates are higher right now. It's a harder time to invest, or it's a harder time for businesses to want to invest. So